Welcome to Sparks of History, where world history and Jewish history meet. We are pleased to have with us today Professor Neil Baldwin. Professor Baldwin was the editor of the Niagara Magazine, a journal of contemporary poetry from 1974 to 1982. Dr. Baldwin has taught literature at numerous colleges and universities, including City College of New York, Hunter College, the New School, Fordham University, as well as New York University. He is the author of numerous books, including To All Gentlest, William Carlos Williams, the Dr. Poet, Man Ray, American Artist, and Thomas Edison, Inventing the Century. And today we will be discussing Dr. Baldwin's extremely well-researched and highly readable book, Henryford and the Jews, The Mass Production of Hate. And this can be purchased, as many books can, on Amazon. I purchased it on Amazon and got it very quickly. And we're ready to go. And I guess we'll start off, Professor Baldwin, a little bit about your background and how you became interested in Henryford.
The reason I'm hesitating is because the chain of events was so quirky. I just, before I get into that, when I was circulating the manuscript for this book to my, to publishers in New York, on the basis of some of the titles you mentioned already, the unanimous reaction, almost unanimous, obviously one publisher decided to take it, but the almost unanimous reaction was, why would you want to go into this swamp of disgusting, muckraking and, the sort of finger wagging? You could almost hear them over the phone sort of warning me, and my agent even warning me, like, why would you want to do this? So what happened was it was about 30 years ago. I looked it up. I was in the New York Public Library on 42nd Street doing research for the Thomas Edison book that you mentioned that was published in 94, 95. And I came across this little pocket notebook that belonged to John Burroughs, who was an American naturalist in the early 20th century. He lived north of New York City, and sort of like a devotee of Emerson and Thoreau, that kind of thing. He used to go on camping trips with Edison and Ford and Harvey Firestone and other such sort of magnates of American industry. And one night they were sitting around the campfire after, at one of these trips in the Adirondacks. And he said Henryford started expostulating, it's like sermonizing, about how this was like 1919. The Jews caused the war. The Jews, the international conspiracy of the Jewish bankers is responsible for World War I. He was jotting this down in his notebook.